My name is Carolyn Cabito-Smith, and I'm the contracts manager at Central City Concern. Central City Concern is a nonprofit that deals primarily with homeless individuals and people needing housing and health care and other services. I'm responsible for keeping track of the contracts, making sure that everything is compliant, making sure that everyone in the groups has done what they need to do with the contracts, and the final execution of the contracts. So I send them out to our vendors for signature. So I'm pretty new to the organization. I only started in April, and April of 2019. My experience looking at the documentation prior to my arrival and my learning curve since I arrived at Central City has been there are files in various boxes around the office. There are other people have contracts with them. It was all paper-based. It was difficult to keep track of what was coming in. Everything was on a spreadsheet. So if you didn't have access to the spreadsheet, you didn't know, and that's really not the case now. So now with ICM, our contract process is much more streamlined. We have new processes in place that keeps more accountability to the different departments. Our users know what status their contracts have. Accounting knows when, if something's executed so they can pay it. So it's not as difficult to find a contract because someone hasn't left it in a folder on a drive and they only have access to the drive. So we have quite a few funding contracts. We have funding from the federal government, state government, and local government. And we also do vendors contracts through Icertis. So with our vendors contracts, for example, all of the steps, procurement steps are there so that we can show the federal government when we're audited that we have followed the procurement steps that we need to. And it's nice because this time we can just look into Icertis and see that those documents are there without wondering where they are. My favorite part of Icertis, it's the mobile app because it's easy to see where your contracts are. You don't have to be tied to your desk to do it. Our approvers can approve their contracts they need to approve when they're in a meeting, when they're somewhere else. And it's just an easy tool to use that we've only started using for a couple months, and now at least 5 people are using it on a regular basis.